A Florida man is finding out after he sent over 100 violent racist death threats to people over politics. Richard Glenn Cantwill was arrested last summer for using, of course, Facebook and Instagram to send more than 100 threats to over 40 individuals. According to federal prosecutors, Cantwell sent the threats to multiple political figures, a media personality, a pastor, an author, and an election official between September 2019 and July of 2020. He also sent more threats to four public figures between April of 2022 and April of 2024. So apparently he didn't have enough. Great. Now, the FBI said that Cantwell had targeted specific individuals because of their political commentary and ran an, quote, almost year-long campaign of terror, sending messages ridden with racist and homophobic language, as well as praise for President Donald Trump. Because, of course, look, was who he voted for ever really in doubt? Like, you couldn't figure that one out? Okay. I think most of you got it. Okay. Now, according to court documents cited by WFLA, he wrote a message to a cable news channel threatening to kill a news correspondent and his family. I'm not going to read you the specific details of these threats because they are kind of graphic. All right. Uh, but he threatened to kidnap and murder children on multiple occasions, which is how very pro life of you, threatening to murder children. He said every unkind word that this person has ever said about Donald Trump would be another slash in the necks of their children. So, again, that's super graphic, everybody. In another personal message to a media personality, Cantwell threatened to make him and his wife watch as he uh, cut out the heart of a child. So, I mean, again, it's horrifying, these threats, and very, very graphic, okay? And targeting children, which I thought, isn't MAGA supposed to be, protectors of children? That's what they keep saying all the time, right? No, we love children. We're going to protect children. Not so much, okay? Not so much. And a separate threat to another victim that he called a fake reverend and an antichrist POS, Cantwell wrote he was going to torture and then murder that person. Great. You won't see Christ because you're an immoral degenerate, he wrote. Oh, the irony here. Just the total irony. Are you sure that they're the immortal one or immoral one? Okay. Now, in another message to a different victim, he wrote, cannot wait to shoot your ghetto expletive in the street. You will die like every other POS, basically. Another threat that he made talked about big black guys doing sexual assault. Yeah, I don't want to get into the details of that one. A different one said, so you, sir, are a degenerate POS. Read your article about the great Donald Trump. You are gay. Okay. I love what Trump does and where he stays. God bless the great President Trump and his family. F you and yours. Hire extra security. You're going to need it. I plan on effing you up just for the fun of it. Yeah. Yeah. Look, this got so bad. And just from the sampling that I read you, okay, yeah, these are bad. The FBI ended up getting involved. And in 2019, he admitted to federal agents that, yeah, I sent the threats. But you know what? I was just kidding. Guys. I'm a keyboard warrior. I go on verbal tirades. It's fine. I didn't actually mean any of this stuff. But you know what? You know what? You know why I got so mad and started sending these threats? It's because of the government. It's because of minorities. That's it. That's ultimately it's their fault for egging me on. They made me do it. Hey, that sounds a lot like an abuser, what they tell their victim. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Why? Why would you make me do stuff like this? I don't understand. Stop making me threaten you. What? What? Uh, now, despite being told by federal agents after that meeting, okay, look, you gotta cut this out. All right, this is not good. You can't do it. Just calm it down online, okay? Just calm it down. You can say whatever you want. You got free speech, but free speech does not extend to death threats. Okay, so stop doing that. Now, he doubled down because, of course, he did. In July of 2021, the FBI tried to call in Kantwill again for another interview, but he refused and said, "I'm not doing anything illegal." Making explicit death threats is absolutely illegal. He then texted 2 middle finger emojis to an FBI agent, writing "F you." Yes. Yes, of course. Hey, do you know what that sounds like? Sounds a lot like Kantwill was effing around. And is now finding out. Last November, Kantwill pleaded guilty to 4 counts of interstate transmission of a threat. Each charge carried a maximum of 5 years in prison. Now, he was ultimately, of course, not given that much, but sentenced to 2 years with time served, since he had already spent more than 8 months in jail following his arrest. He will be released from prison in a little more than a year and then serve 3 years under supervised release. Wow, they went really light on this guy. Kantwill must also pay a $10,000 fine and participate in mental health and substance abuse programs. Why substance abuse programs? Well, during a sentencing hearing, he was like, I know that I blamed the president and, former President Biden, and, I blamed minorities and the government. But you know what really happened? I was just hitting the sauce too hard. Oh. See, he attributed his behavior to his lifelong battle with alcohol and a relapse after the death of his father. So...
Really?
Okay. He also claimed that he was deceived. He was deceived, was he? By right-wing rhetoric. Here's a statement. "I ignorantly jumped on the Trump train. I bit the bait hook, line and sinker, and I can't tell you why." I probably could. "I am extremely remorseful for my actions. I count this as the biggest regret of my life. I would like to return to being a good Christian man." Oh, is that right? You would like? Okay. Yeah, you would like to do that. Isn't it weird how how many of these so-called good Christian men, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some of them, right? Go on to, end up supporting Donald Trump, and how some of them seem to want to threaten or even participate in violence. I mean, look at January 6th. I don't know. I just think we have a problem in this country with certain people. That said, in a sentencing memorandum, Kantwill's attorney did note that his client has lost his dental practice and will likely lose his license. To which I say, good. FAFO. I can't imagine being a client of his. Or, and being a Democrat or a minority and feeling safe at all in that practice. So, good. I guess, you won't be able to, maybe he'll learn not to make those threats. And certainly no one will ever have to feel unsafe at his practice ever again. But this is a good example of how these people do indeed walk among us, and how, when it comes down to it, they're not the best people. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down,
You can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.